Hello and welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's get right into your twin flame reading. Let's see what the channeled messages from your twin flame are. What are the channeled messages from your twin flame? Please be advised that there are several imposter accounts out there, so if an account like mine is messaging you, please be safe. Do not send info or money. Please know that I do not reach out to you randomly. I never do that. I will always wait for you to contact me first to book a reading or for any services. So please stay safe. Also, there will be an extended reading to this. So whatever comes up, we will go into more depth, more in depth into what is happening in your connection, what is coming up. And I'm also testing out this mic as a temporary solution, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully this is actually recording my voice. Okay, we have potential. We have ready but waiting. Ooh, that's interesting. And we have expectation. Okay, so these are the words that are being channeled from your twin flame. I'm ready for our connection. Even though you may not think I'm ready, or even if my actions seem to be the opposite of ready. But I've been ready for you, for this love, for as long as I can remember. And I may have even lost hope of ever feeling or thinking that true love was possible until I met you. I'd given up on soulmate or twin flame or true love until you came into my life. So I've been ready this whole time, and now I'm waiting. And it may be that I'm waiting for you, but I'm waiting because I'm still afraid of abandonment. Because you are my every wish come true when it comes to love. And I fear that coming into union with you, you'll eventually see my flaws. You'll eventually see that we may be in disagreement about a lot of things. You may not be attracted to me the way you are now, and this is what I fear. Whether it's physical attraction or difference of opinion, or, you know, if I don't wash the dishes right away, I fear abandonment, because that's what it comes down to. It's almost easier for me to wait. Maybe wait for you to be more ready than me, to take the lead, to take the initiative, even though you may be waiting for me to do the same thing. You may be waiting for me to take initiative. But I am ready for love, and I don't want to lose you. So rather than approach you, rather than take initiative and maybe make a grand gesture, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for either you to make the first move, or for me to get over myself and my fear of you abandoning me. Because waiting is safer than being with you and in the end, it falling apart. Because I see the potential in our connection, in our life together. I see the potential of what we can be when we're together. I see the potential of who I want to be and who I know that I am. And you bring that out in me. You bring out the best in me, but you also bring out the worst in me. And that is what I fear too. There is so much potential for what we can be when we're actually together. It's almost like, is this really possible? Can we really have this enduring love that has literally transformed my life? So I feel like I do have this expectation. I have high expectation of who I'm supposed to be when I'm with you. And if I don't see myself there yet, if I don't see myself in that potential, in what I think you expect me to be, I feel that I would rather wait. I would rather wait to know exactly where you are. I would rather wait to know exactly how you feel about me, because I do have a lot of expectations of myself when we're together. I want to live up to the potential that you and I both know is there. And if I haven't lived up to that potential, I don't feel confident enough to really move forward, even though inside of me there's nothing that I want more than to be close to you, to be near you. With everything that's going on in the world, with the great loss that we experience in life, I need to be at your side. We need to be together to know that we can get through anything, no matter what's going on in the world, no matter what we experience in life. We need to lean on each other. And I feel that even as much as I want to be by your side, as much as I need you to be by my side, I'm still healing from everything that's happened to me in my life that has caused me to be the way that I am, that may have caused me to run from you, may still be causing me to run from love. So I'm really it's like I'm at a crossroads, and I know that I have the power to choose, and I will always choose you. Even if I'm not brave enough or courageous enough to take that leap of faith, to take action. So I'm still building up the strength and the courage that I need to follow through. So I want you to know that everything that you're feeling and everything that you're going through, I feel it. I feel it on some level, and some days I feel it as if we're going through the same thing at the very same time. I felt when you were releasing pain. I felt when you were voicing your pain. I felt when you were crying your pain, because at that moment I was too. So even if we're not together, it doesn't mean that I'm not feeling what you're feeling, because I am. And even if my actions don't demonstrate me wanting to be with you, please know that I do want to be with you. I am ready. I'm just building up the courage to take action. That's what I have for you. That was powerful. I was almost going to cry there for a second. Okay, so that was a channeled message, very powerful. Even I can sense the energy, how powerful it is, because my voice is quivering. So the intensity is really there. Okay, so really some powerful stuff, powerful energies, powerful shifts that are going on with both of you. So let's see where you're at on the journey. Where are you at? How are you doing? Hope you're all doing well. Okay. December can be an overwhelming month. December is also a time of where it's statistically shown that more than average deaths occur. So I know for all of us, we may be experiencing loss in some form or other. And just know that death in itself, although can be painful for the ones that are left behind, death and transformation and transition is always to bring more light. So for those of us who have lost people in our lives, when we see the gift in the light that they are shining to us, that they're leaving clues as to how we can live our lives to the fullest, and how we can come together in community during these great times of pain and loss. There's always the light that they bring to us in their time of passing. They bring us the ability to be vulnerable and feel our emotions. They give us the gift of cracking our hearts open to allow in the light. And that's their gift to us. So it's always painful when we lose people we love, but they leave so much behind for us to gain from, to learn from. And so the gift is always love, the gift is always light, and in some way their departure brings light to something within us that was in the dark. However that applies to each and every one of us. It is always to shed light on something that we weren't awake to before. And what a more powerful way to give us that message than from their loving us so unconditionally that they're willing to depart from us. They are great soldiers to actually fight for light and love. They are the courageous ones that choose to leave us behind, even though it's the most painful thing. But they leave us behind, and they always leave a message. They leave a legacy that we can benefit from. So it's always important to look for the message that they leave us, look for the clues, and we will always find them. So death, as painful as it is an incredibly beautiful gift. And when we can see it that way, we can find the grace and beauty even when feeling pain. Okay, so I just was really guided to say that. For those of you who watched my previous readings, you know that I myself lost both my uncle and aunt who were married, who I felt very close to. And so I can relate. And I'm just hearing about all of these deaths that happen. And it is statistically shown that there are a lot of deaths that happen around the holidays. So my heart goes out to you for those of you who are experiencing this. And it could even be just separation from your twin flame. So let's see where you're at. It says dreaming, recognition, discernment. Okay, so you're either dreaming of your twin flame, or you are maybe having visions of being together. And so this is really the universe. Is like, especially for those of you who are like, I'm okay where I am. If we're not in union, so be it. But I'm getting with this, the universe is really stepping in, causing you to think about your twin flame, causing you to dream about them, causing you to have vision, or even like these flashes of these visions come to you of you and your twin flame together. And you're like, what is going on? The universe is flooding us with messages. And so our soul is picking up these messages, even though our mind is like, what's going on? Why all of a sudden am I feeling union happening? I really feel like you've shifted. You may have been questioning union or whether or not you wanted it, but the universe got under your skin somehow, and it's like you feel it. You feel that it's imminent. You feel like it's possible, even though you may doubt it. You feel like it's already happened, maybe. Even though you can't see it, you feel like it's there, and it makes zero sense. Because you're recognizing the connection, you're recognizing your twin flame, because the past, everything that's been happening has caused you to doubt your twin flame, caused you to doubt that they're the one. So now the universe is like bombarding us with all of these interventions, giving you the feeling that they're the one, giving you dreams and visions that they're the one, until we're like, okay, I get it, they're the one. And you're beginning to discern what is truth and what is not truth. So I love this, because the way you saw your connection in the past has shifted through discernment. You can't help but know what the truth is, because the universe is relentless. And you're beginning to awaken to see that even though your twin flame was acting a certain way, behaving a certain way, or saying certain words, your discernment has brought you to the truth that they have loved you all along, whether they tell you or not, whether you have physical evidence or not. The universe has planted a seed, and now that knowing has grown to, oh my gosh, my twin flame loves me. So no matter what your situation is, it's like, you know they love you. You know they're the one. It's almost like undeniable. That's where you are. Your connection, your love for one another is undeniable. Now, whether you do anything about that or not is, again, totally up to you. We all have free will. We all have free choice, as does your twin flame. So you're like back on the horse, despite what may, like even yesterday or last week, or like, nah, I guess it's not going to happen. I should just move on. I should just, maybe I'll meet someone over the holidays, or maybe I'll meet someone at a party and I'll see how it goes. And then you're sitting there going, it doesn't even sit right. Like your mind comes up with all these possible scenarios, and then when you feel into it, it's like, nah, that doesn't feel right either. And then when you tune into your twin flame, you're like, oh my God, there's so much love there. Like, even though they may not be doing anything. And you're just feeling like there's this love that's still there. Even more, it's been amplified for us. What am I supposed to do with this? What am I supposed to do with all this love? And you're like, okay, well, I'm not going to tune into that right now because it doesn't even make sense. I don't even see how. So I'm not going to tune into that energy, but that's the energy that the universe keeps showing us. And I feel like what I just said about, losing people we love and death, when that happens, it's like that awakens you to love, because it just makes you feel drawn to one another, like two lost little children in the dark trying to find their way home. That's what I feel is where you're both at. Like you're just wanting to hold each other during the dark storms, during the scary nights. Like you're clinging to one another almost energetically because of all this uncertainty in the world, all these changes. And even on a global scale, we all feel this change. Like, what's going on? Is it like devastating end times? Because it feels different. The energies of the world feel different. There's so much change happening, so much, even I want to say like technology. There's so much advancement, like we're having to catch up, like emotionally. It's like all this change is happening so fast, I don't even know how to process this. And so we all feel it. And so both twin flames are just wanting like each other for comfort and security. So twin flames are reaching for one another, like two lost little children in the dark, feeling scared of the dark. It's very natural. We are going through tremendous upgrades energetically, like constantly. And it takes a toll on us on every level. Physically, so we need to get that rest, we need to hydrate, but also spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. So of course you're going to want to gravitate to one another for comfort and love and security, knowing that, if me and my twin flame have one another, the world can crumble, and as long as we have one another, that's where you're at. That's where they're at. So you're discerning the truth. You're like, well, you know, there's that fear coming up of death and the end. So it's causing twin flames to like, okay, well, maybe staying in my ego doesn't serve me because anything could happen. And I want to make amends. That's the energy. You're recognizing, you're discerning, and you know, we're all just sitting here trying to live, and it's the universe coming at us at every direction until we get it, until we awaken to the truth that only love is real. Everything else is illusion. But that's okay, because we signed up for the game of disillusionment. So the universe is trying to reach you through your dreams. And many of you, your dreams may be very vivid, and sometimes they make no sense. But keep in mind, sometimes during, like when we have really emotional dreams that may be upsetting, even traumatic, could be even happy, it's us working out what we need to, but through our dreams. So you don't have to actually experience it in 3D. You experience it instead in your dream state, which sometimes saves us a lot of chaos in our reality, in our 3D waking hours. So we do the work in our dream state. So you could be experiencing all these different things with your twin flame, without your twin flame, reuniting with your twin flame, losing your twin flame. It could be with random people, it could be with loved ones. Dream work is literally dream work. Dreaming is dream work. We're doing inner work in our dreams. So we don't have to do it all while we're awake, because that'd be too much. We'd have overload. So this is good. It's like bringing you back to love. So whether you're in denial or whether you're like, okay, I feel it, and you may be on the fence of whether or not you're going to do anything about it. Maybe you're still choosing to stay in your own lane and let your twin flame figure out their stuff, because that's what they're doing. You're being bombarded by all of this stuff, and so you are in process mode as well. So it's all good. A lot of fears may be coming up at this time. It's a phase in the cycle. So when you're feeling the fear, it's okay. Whatever fears are coming up for you, whether that's death, whether that's abandonment, rejection, judgment even. These fears are very real. Keep in mind, it's also our inner child who is having these reactions. So reassuring your inner child really helps. Telling your inner child that you're going to be there no matter what happens. You're going to be there for them. You're going to be there to hold them and protect them. And when you can do this for your inner child, you're not going to need that so much from your twin flame. Because whatever you're wanting from your twin flame right now that they're not giving you is exactly what you need to give to your inner child. That's even a hard one for me to hear, because sometimes I'm lazy. I just want someone else to hug me. I'm tired of hugging myself. I'm just kidding. But the attention that you're needing from your twin flame is attention that your inner child has been needing since childhood. So when you give yourself the attention, when you acknowledge your inner children, even saying like, good job, great job, I love you guys are beautiful. I say you guys because I have 3 inner children, which I just discovered on my journey. I thought I just had a little inner child, like between the ages of 5 to 8. So that was that. And then along my journey, when I was feeling all these toxic, rebellious, dark, depressed, violent feelings, that was my inner teenager. So she came out, and that's when because all my emotions were coming out from my teenage years that I suppressed. So I had this, I still have her, inner teenager who's very dark, very rebellious, very powerful. She gets her way. When she really wants something, she does stuff to manipulate to get her way. So I have to accept that. That's part of me, but as conscious me, I can recognize when that happens, and I can deal with the situation and make sure that she feels loved and that I don't reject her. So that's 2. So my third one is very interesting because I thought 2 was a lot. And I hope I'm not boring you. But I have a third inner child. I'm not sure how old, like the age, but I have a boy inner child. And I was like, how does that even happen? I don't know. And I think I know, but I'm not going to confuse the situation by saying it, why I connect to a boy inner child. It could be my twin flame's inner child that I'm connecting with. But because as a kid, I was like a tomboy. I loved basketball. I loved sports. I was on the track team. I loved playing basketball. And I think if I could right now, if my body could do it, I'd want to play basketball. But there's no outlet for me, really. I really have to search where there's a women league or where can I go play. I don't know. But I know I still want to play basketball. I loved playing chess as a child. I love video games. I wanted to skateboard. I wanted to learn surfing. Like, these are all things I wanted to do when I was young. What else? Not that they're necessarily like boy things, but I guess that's the tomboy in me. And then one day I heard his voice say, "Mom." And I was like, who just said that? But I remember hearing my inner children say that as well. Like, I heard a little girl voice say, "Mom," and it was my inner child. Not to say that this is going to happen to all of you, but it was just my experience. And so I heard his voice say, "Mom." And I'm like, oh, okay, you exist. I'm sorry, I didn't know you existed. I digress. I'm so sorry. Should I just cut this part out? Edit this out? I'm so sorry. Okay, but what was my point? Nurturing your inner child. Like, for me to not go out and play basketball or learn how to what's it? Not skiing. What's the other one? Snowboard. Like, I think I lost my chance on learning how to snowboard, but those are all things that I like. And those scooter things, those like, I want those. My inner child wants all of that stuff. Even like clothing, I do gravitate a lot to men's clothing. I don't know why. But I realize because I have a boy inner child. I don't know how old he is. Maybe he's a teenager. Anyway, I'm sorry if that was boring you. But my point is, we have to nurture those aspects of ourselves. We have to accept aspects of ourselves that are alive within us. And when we do, we feel more whole, right? we feel accepted, that we may not even need the outside world to accept us because we have accepted ourselves. We've accepted every aspect of who we are. My 5 to 8 year old, my teenage self, my inner child who's a boy. When I accept all of them fully, I don't need anyone else to accept me, because they will feel accepted by me, by the adult me. So we try to work together. I know that I have a lot of improvement to do, like to parent them, but I'm working on it, and that's my journey, and that's why I share this journey with all of you, because it's not only about, you know, being in a connection with my twin flame, but it's in being in connection with me and all my inner children. And I have 3. So I'm busy. Okay, let's see where you're at, where your twin flame is at. And I'm really sorry if that was unnecessary information, but I'm always guided to share things with you because maybe it helps one person out there. Where is your twin flame at on the journey? Where's your twin flame at? Make sure we're recording. Okay, these came out. You saw them, right? They fell out, so I'm going to take them. Okay, so your twin flame, we have preservation. You see there's like a baby. This would look like a death card, but it's also rebirth with the baby there. Again, the death card is not to be feared. Fortitude. I'm going to put my glasses on. And we have specialization. Okay, so your twin flame is really going through some awakening of, I feel like it's their calling somehow, because that's what I'm getting with the specialization card. They're really opening up to what they are meant to do in the world. And I feel that what they're meant to do in the world is healing for them, because I see like there's water in the background and there's a heart there. And you see this, it's like balance, it's like equilibrium. They're bringing balance back into their life. And all of this always affects your connection. So they're discovering what they're good at. They're going deep into their emotion. They're feeling more for you. They're almost drowning in emotions when it comes to your love for one another. They're like drowning. So they're staying focused on what they're being awakened to. So that could be a new calling. It could be a new job, career, even a hobby. It could be something that they're inspired to do, that you inspire them to do, like write, or something artistic, something that they're creating with their hands. You inspire them. You are their muse. And vice versa. So they are maybe digging deep for like creative pursuits, healing pursuits. They're finding their place in the world. They're finding their niche. And that's beautiful, because when we come into alignment with who we truly are, we attract union. Because union within means union without. So they are being guided, they're being led to their purpose. And even if it's running a business, even if it's just like focusing on caring for their children, whatever they're being called to do is bringing them more in alignment with who they truly are, which brings you both into alignment. So with fortitude, I feel like alignment is bringing them the strength and courage to persevere, to move forward, to withstand the pressure of what's going on in the world, of what's going on in their lives, of what's going on in your connection. They're building fortitude. And what I love about that is that a stronger foundation is being built within each of you, so that when you come together, you have a strong foundation that you can withstand anything that comes your way that may knock you out of alignment. Like, say when you're in union, this stronger foundation that is being built now will keep you strong. That no matter what the world throws at you or what life throws at you, you have fortitude, you have strength to keep it together when you're together. And so where they are at is their old way of being is dying away, and they are rebirthing themselves into who they truly are. And that's who you recognized when you first awakened to the fact that you love them. It's because you recognized, there was recognition between the two of you, and you saw each other for who you truly are. These amazing beings. Like, you both recognize the potential that is there, that just needs to be brought forth. So your twin flame now has the courage to bring that potential forward. And how does it affect you? It affects you because it affects your connection. They're bringing amazing things to the table as much as you are. And again, that just is the building blocks of a stronger foundation for union. So sometimes that's why separation takes so dang long, is because both of you are cultivating and sowing the seeds and discovering and exploring who you are and bringing all those gifts to the table, bringing gained experience, bringing strength to the connection, which is building blocks of a solid union. And that's what we all want, because who wants to come into union only to separate again over and over and over and over? We don't want that. We just want to stay in union. So this is amazing. This is a very, very powerful. Even if it's like your twin flame finally getting their taxes done, something like that. That positively affects them, which positively affects your connection, which positively affects your union. Everything is like a stepping stone, a building block. Again, it could seem random. It could seem like your twin flame is just living their everyday life, oblivious, in their own world, in La La Land. You're like, doesn't seem like they're doing anything, but they are. Even if it's the dream work that's happening, that even when they go to sleep at night and they're having all these vivid dreams, they're working out their healing. They're releasing their trauma. They're releasing toxic energy and emotion. So they're being rebirthed. They're being rebirthed into unconditional love. So that's why all of this stuff has to happen to us on planet Earth, because we're like in a pressure cooker. And what happens when we're under tremendous pressure in life is we have no choice but to combust. I don't even know if that's what happens, but you combust into a diamond. You become multifaceted. You're able to hold and reflect and refract the light. That's what's happening to us, and that's why it's so painful, because life is a pressure cooker. We're overdone. Grab a fork, because we are done. We're these beautiful diamonds, and that's what separation is causing us to see. Your twin flame is a diamond. You are a diamond. And when we recognize that in each other, what's left? There's no more suffering left. No more separation left. Only peace, harmony, union, unconditional love. So bravo. Because even when it seemed like nothing was happening, even on your end, everything was falling into place. Everything that's happening in your life, everything that you're focusing on is what the task at hand was, and it's a building block. I love this. Again, it may not have felt the greatest. It may have felt really painful. It may have seemed really dark for you or your twin flame, or for both of you. Or even it may have just been reflected in the people, in their experiences around you, but really dark. But that is only so because that way is dying away, and we are rebirthing into higher vibrations of light. So what has to happen? We see what's in the dark, and we can either run in fear, or we can embrace and accept everything in the dark. We can accept all aspects of who we are as a planet, as a consciousness, as humanity, as humans, as spiritual beings. We can accept all the dark. And once we do that, we can understand what unconditional love really is. It's really just being in acceptance of what is. And from that knowledge, create what we want, because we are creators. So it's all good. All good. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of crying, a lot of emotion, a lot of anger, but that's progress, baby. That's evolution. It's a beautiful sign that we as humanity are evolving out of the dark ages and into something new. And we don't know what that is. But for those of us who hold vision of what is possible for our world, what's possible for your connection, we hold that vision, and together we co-create so that we can experience that. So there are those who have the vision, who are the leaders, who are leading the way. So thank you for all of you who are holding the vision. And for all of you who are awakening to that vision, good job. It's about time you woke up. Like, where have you been? Just kidding. We're all doing great, no matter where we are on the journey. Do not be hard on yourself. We thought we just randomly were born on planet Earth just randomly. No. We all chose to come here. And most of us, if not all of us, chose to take the blue pill to fall asleep to our higher knowing, to our higher selves, so that we could fully experience Earth. Am I digressing again? Oh, sorry. But yeah, my point is, we chose to be unawakened so that we could awaken. And we could awaken together as a planet. We can awaken together to union. Because we're helping and supporting one another for union. Even though you think you're on your journey by yourself, you're not. There's a reason why I'm here. There's a reason why this role was created for me, is because to let you know that we're all here together on this journey, creating this experience as we go. So it's not despair and devastation and gloom. That's been conditioned to a possibility, and for many of us, we experience that in the 3D. But now we have a choice, because we are awakened. We are awakened to truth. You are awakened to truth that separation is an illusion. We are all created as one. All the greatest masters, the ascended masters, the greatest teachers that have walked this earth, their message has always been, we are one, compassion, unconditional love. But, you know, we were in these infant stages growing up. We just want to be selfish. We want what we want. We want to explore and trash the earth and just take and not take care of our space and our earth and not keep it clean. We were teenagers that were rebelling against structure and being overpowered. But now we're growing up and we're like, okay, we're not going to be so selfish. We're not going to be so greedy. We're going to think about our planet, and we're going to honor and respect our home, and we're going to clean it up. So twin flames, that is also our job. Part of our job is to be the custodians of our planet, especially in the state that it's in. The old ways are dying away. We as twin flames are guiding to our future of a better world. Is it time to go now? I have to, oh my gosh. I feel like I want to edit this and just keep it to everything where I say twin flame. What's next? It's blocking the connection. I really thank you for your patience and for really indulging me in what I have to say. But again, when I prepare for these readings, it's always to channel what the universe wants you to know. So, no, I'm kidding. Let's do that again. What is what's next? What is in the shadow aspect of your connection? I promise to keep it related to your connection. I think it relates. Stuff that comes out of my mouth. What is coming up in the shadow aspect that you need to know? Okay. We have the Tower card, of course. Of course. We have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. We have the Two of Cups. What's coming up in the shadow aspect is, fear of loss. So what that also boils down to is your inner child is fearing mortality. Is that the right way to say it? When your inner child is fearing its death or fearing the end. I mean, it's natural we all have a fear of death because we don't really know what happens and we always think it's painful. Okay, I don't want to go morbid. Okay, let's get it straight. So what's coming up in the shadow aspect are fears. Okay, so death is one of them, abandonment and rejection. And even if you're trying to avoid something to not feel those emotions, you're feeling them anyway. You're feeling the fears. And you're not even in union yet. And you're already fearing rejection, abandonment, feeling unaccepted. So that's what's coming up. And sometimes we don't want to feel that, so we avoid everything that makes us feel that way. Even our twin flame. Even twin flame union. You will try to push union away because you don't want to feel the feeling of being abandoned if that day should come. It's natural. But again, it does stem from the inner child. You experienced abandonment, rejection, unacceptance as a child. You experienced seeing death. So your inner child still is holding on to all that fear. And it's causing us to like put a brake on moving forward. Six of Pentacles is, what I'm hearing is like the unwillingness to give. It's like we want our twin flame to love us. We want to be understood. We want to be seen and heard. But when it's our turn to do the same, we don't want to. So what I'm seeing here is a one-way street. We want them to communicate, but like you feel like you can't communicate, or you're afraid to, or you just don't want to. The universe is saying the block is the one-way street. The universe is saying it's not a one-way street here. Whatever you want, you either need to give to your twin flame, or if you can't do that, give it to yourself. So again, at the beginning, we said you want love and attention. So instead, if you don't want to give it to your twin flame, give it to your inner child, because there has to be an equal give and take energetically, because you don't want to be too much in the taking, in the receiving mode, because it has to balance. There has to be an exchange. And it happens somewhere along the line. If we don't want to give, we just keep wanting to take. I mean, it's really what's happening to our planet. We just take and take and take and take and take and take and take resources from our planet. It was decades before we ever realized that we have to give back to the earth whatever we take. If we cut down a tree, which pains me to even say that, but it's what we do, we should plant a tree, right? Okay, let's not digress. Two of Cups. So you're still needing to work on filling your own cup, because you're wanting your twin flame to fill it for you. It's like being lazy, not wanting to go to the gas station and put gas in your car. You're waiting for your twin flame to put gas in your car. You can't do that. They need to put gas in their own car. We need to fill our own cup of whatever we need, whatever our inner child needs, rather than wait for them to give it to us. If you're wanting appreciation, you must appreciate yourself 100 times a day. You must appreciate and say to your inner child how much you appreciate them. If you want attention from your twin flame and they're not giving it to you, you must give it to yourself. Even if that's looking in the mirror and saying, "You're awesome." Giving yourself a high five in the mirror. Your inner child does respond to that, because it's you. So whatever you need from your twin flame, please give to yourself, because you can. Don't be like me and be lazy to put gas in my own car. It's not my twin flame's job to fill my tank. It's my job. And their job is to fill their tank. So let's just get that clear. Because then we can move on and it's not in the shadow anymore. It's coming to the light. Okay. Oh my gosh. What the heck? Whew. Time flies when you're having fun. Okay. Guidance for you. Guidance for you and your connection. So everything that's coming up here, I'm leaving these cards because we're going to go in depth. We're going to go in depth onto, what can we do? What can we do? How can we deal with what's happening? We need some more guidance. We need some more insight to help us with our twin flame, to really see where they're at, if you like. Guidance for you. 7, 6, 7. 7 of Pentacles. Yeah. 7 of Pentacles, King of Swords, and we have the 2 of Swords. Okay, so the guidance here is you have to choose. You have to pick a lane. You can't be in limbo when it comes to your connection. Sorry about that if I just hit the microphone. You cannot be in limbo. You have to pick a lane. You know when you're driving and you see someone like kind of veering in the middle and you're like, what are you doing? The universe is saying, what are you doing? Pick a lane. Either union or not. Because for many of us, we're kind of hanging out in the middle, going back and forth, and, you know, 10 years later, we're still going back and forth. I'm just kidding. I'm exaggerating. No. But yeah, so the universe is saying, pick a lane. Because the universe is saying you want your cake and you want to be able to eat it too, but we're grown-ups now, unfortunately. Our inner child wants everything. I mean, it is possible to have everything, but we can't say that we can have 2 partners at the same time. Kind of not fair to the people, the partners, to have a karmic or to have a soulmate and have a twin flame. So I'm not saying like you gotta drop one and just focus on the other. It's pick a lane within, and maybe that's all you need to do, because when you pick a lane, things can unfold for you naturally and harmoniously. Rather than veering in between, nothing can really happen either way. So I'm saying there's a possibility of, say someone's in a karmic marriage. You choose by acknowledging the love that you feel for your twin flame and knowing that it's always going to be there. And you've come to accept everything that your situation is and their situation is, and you've come to accept the love. I feel like that is being in acceptance rather than being in a karmic marriage and pushing love away. If you're choosing your karmic marriage, that's 100% perfectly fine. But it's the denial of love that I think the universe is saying, don't deny love. Yeah. It's a whole there's so much more attached to that, I know, but for the purpose of like time wise, I'm going to leave it at that. Just come into acceptance of love and things will flow and things will fall into place the way they need to. If that helps. King of Swords, truth. The universe is saying sometimes the truth is hard to say and it may cause a lot of upset. But the universe is saying we cannot thrive on dishonesty. That's where the Tower card happens. I don't think we have it here. Yeah, we do. That's where things crumble, is because we can't build anything on something with no foundation, which dishonesty, you cannot create anything with dishonesty. Anything you build and there's dishonesty in it will crumble every time. It's just a matter of time. Harsh, I know, but this is just what the universe is wanting me to tell you. 7 of Pentacles is, I want to say, reaping the rewards. That all the hard work that you've been doing is not for nothing. Even if it is keeping peace with your karmic partner, even if it's just trying your best to parent your children, provide family for your children, provide a home and food on the table, you are working hard at making a life. You're working hard at living. So the universe is saying you will be rewarded. Your rewards aren't for nothing. The person that you are is not for nothing. You are meant to receive the abundance and prosperity and fulfillment that is possible in life, even in this 3D reality. So what I'm hearing is that it's yours for the taking. You just have to know that you deserve it. The universe wants you to know that you deserve the rewards that you've been working so hard for. It's yours for the taking. So that's good. That's good guidance. The guidance is be open to receiving the rewards because it's there for the taking. And it will happen it will just unfold for you. But you just need to be open. Just open your heart to the rewards that are there for you in life. And sometimes it's not even just about monetary, it's about other things, the other gifts that are always being shown to you, but sometimes you're not able to see that they're gifts. The gifts are waiting for you. Not just at holiday season, but every day of your life. There are gifts there for you. It's beautiful. That's what I got from this card. Yours for the taking. Okay. Okay, oh my goodness. I still have to do the extended. Okay. What is next? Next is what's coming up for you and your twin flame. What's coming up for you and your twin flame? What's coming up for you and your twin flame? I'm excited to see what comes up in the extended. We're going to get practical how-to stuff. I'm sensing more how-tos. Woo! We have 10 of Cups. Is that what that is? 10 of Cups? Yes. 10 of Cups. We have the 9 of Swords. And we have the High Priestess. Wow. So, this is amazing because you are being guided intuitively. It's almost like you already know the answers, and the universe just gives you signs to confirm what you already know. Yeah, like with the energies on the planet, everyone is so highly sensitive, which means we are highly in tune with nature, with energies, so we can almost sense what's going to happen. We can pick up on other people's emotions. The connection between twin flames is insane because we're so highly connected, in tune. So you're always picking up on each other. So I feel like it's almost like the past, all the pain doesn't exist anymore. It's like the past is wiped clean, and we are being guided to this euphoria. No, maybe that's not the word. Utopia. You words. We're being guided to open up our perception to utopia, which we may very well experience euphoria. So that's what's coming up for you and your twin flame. Your intuition is guiding you and kind of leading you, because the past does not exist. The pain, I want to say, with the 9 of Swords, the pain from the past no longer exists for you. So you're no longer carrying that heavy baggage. Like, this is union, because see the mirror reflection? This is like unity. This is oneness. This is harmony. Serenity, because there is water, but it's calm and peaceful. So your emotions are calm and peaceful. You will no longer feel attached to the painful emotions of the past. So the universe is bringing in this tremendous healing energy to help us. You are being intuitively guided by the universe in balancing the energies within. So when I say energies, it's like light and dark, feminine, masculine, inner child. Yeah, this is beautiful energy, very healing. So I see that coming up for you. I see that there is communication, even if it's just telepathic. You're both picking up on each other's thoughts. It's like there's this constant flow of communication. And it's almost like you're able to communicate, because the flow is no longer from, like, stemming from pain. This is amazing, because I don't even know how this is happening, other than, you know, it's the energy that is that's pressurizing our planet. Solar flares, just everything. It's pressuring our planet. And so it's like, this can happen. This is what's happening. It's like the universe is somehow wiping clean our past. So whenever we see evidence of the past, know that it's just residual evidence, that it's no longer our reality. We are shifting so quickly into higher and higher frequency that we are almost losing awareness of the past. Sounds scary, but it's not. We've been doing this for a long time. We just didn't consciously know we were doing it. But this is what's happening. The past is disintegrating. That's a tower card. That's a tower energy. The old foundation is crumbling away, because it has nothing to stand on. It doesn't stand on truth and harmony and oneness and unconditional love, so it has to fall away. So now we are being awakened to new possibility, and that is of union, and of union of our planet, and union of twin flames. Finding oneness, coming home. That's what's happening. That's what's happening for you now. So whatever transpires from this is just going to be beautiful. So that's what I have for you. Join me over in the next video. Just click on the link where it says extended reading, and we are going to go even more in depth as to what can we do, how can we cope, secret messages from your twin flame, all that good stuff, because there's more messages that are just for you. You asked for the extended readings. So if you're not going to join me in the extended, feel free to book your own personal private twin flame reading. I would be truly honored to do your reading, to provide the guidance, the coaching, the healings. So all of that is available for you. So just, the info is down below. And if this is where we leave off, I want to thank you so very much. Not just for being here with me and supporting my work, but for being who you are. Because the world would not be the same without you in it. The world, the universe needs you. No matter what you choose in life, whatever you choose is what the universe and what our planet needs. So I thank you, the universe thanks you, your twin flame thanks you, your inner children thank you for being who you are, because you are amazing. And as we shift into our new world, you are leading the way for others. You are leading other twin flames to their twin flame. You are leading the planet back to unconditional love. So thank you, thank you, thank you for everything you do, because you make a difference in the world. You bring so much love to this planet, and that's why you're here. So the universe is saying thank you. You're doing an amazing job. So on that note, again, thank you so very much. Please message me if you'd like to work with me. I have coaching available. I have the 12-week online course to help you. Healings, readings. It's part of my mission. It's part of my work right now. So please do utilize it while I'm still available to do it. And I thank you. So until next time, I'm wishing you all so much love and peace.